Welcome, welcome everyone. Hello and welcome back to the future of the past. Welcome everyone, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome everyone. Hello, Foss here. Welcome, welcome. Hello everyone and welcome, welcome. Welcome back to the medieval dynasties. Our guest star survival. Now that I've got it kind of more working. Still may need to turn it down to 720 for this one. Just because of how much space is rendered in at once. This game has no way of turning that down. Unlike some games. So rendering, like render distance basically. Only scaling. So we're gonna have to do it by probably going down by one resolution. Still should look plenty good. This game isn't technically winning for its looks. It's more about the gameplay and the intricacy of building your own dynasty and settlement / city from scratch. So a late 15th century mod is coming to Bannerlord. Ooh, nice. I heard about that. That is nice. Noise, noise. I've been kind of biding my time. Which I want to give everyone a heads up. It's nothing bad, but since my shop was a bit busy, where my fans got to be taken to this coming week, they had to push it back by a week. So we are going to be pushing back by one more week before anything major changes or any surprises may happen. I just want to let y'all know that. Like I said, it's still going to be even maybe a week beyond that. I'm still safely going to say the end of this month just to be safe. But hey, you never know. But just give y'all a heads up on that. But we're doing good. We'll have plenty to do anyways. We've still got plenty of survivals, plenty of other things from our themes that, as we go forward, we can do, biding our time until we get to where I want to go here. It'll give time for Quake to catch up, and Halo to get more done during shooters, and us to get a lot more done for survivals now that we have our set survivals coming, including the one hopefully me and James will get back up and running, hopefully this week, but we'll see. And be able to continue kind of where we left off and get a little bit more stable ground in each of the themes. Strategy and all that, I'm still laying in who I want where. Because we're going to have to... I'm trying to cut down on how many genres there are so it doesn't get overwhelming and too many for people to have to vote for. I'm trying to nail each one down in what genre does this technically belong to. Legitimately, is it a shooter, a platformer, strategy, or these two at least have two. I will do strategy in two forms. Turn-based, real-time. Meaning turn-based, much like XCOM. Not literally XCOM, but just the most brashest example for each one. For turn-based and a kind of type game would be something that's always taking turns or doing things like that. This is even card games, even things like Magic and all that technically count towards that. Because this is what I'm trying to do to keep myself from going, oh, but now we need to do card game themes. It gets to be too many. So, what we'll do is, it's based on that kind of thing. So that's the hardest brash from Magic the Gathering, which is a card-based, turn-based game, all the way up to an XCOM level game. Those are all turn-based strategies. Real times or anything that's... You can pause it, but it's mostly done in real time. Things like Crusader Kings fall into those. Those also fall into City Builder / Kingdom Builder, which is what we're doing for another theme. I might throw it in there just to make that a little bit more efficient. Because it's borderline real-time strategy versus something like having to fight in Total War, which is both. Now, Total War, that beast right there, which is technically turn-based and real-time, that one I think since it's a multiplayer game, once we get things rolling again, it'll probably guest star during most of the time. Meaning they'll have their series, but those series will jump between the turn-based segments and the real-time, depending on if there's a spot open. It'll mostly stay with real-time strategy, but there will be times that me and James, or just me, might drop it into turn-based just to fill in a gap or something. So let me read what Chad is saying and we'll continue before we can start up. It takes place sometime after the 100 Years' War. Oh, after it? Oh, I want the 100 Years' War, though. That's hilarious. Also, I just can't get enough. Just give me some more Réponse de Léonce. It's every game. So we have a weakened England on the verge of civil war, and a centralized, powerful France, Burgundy, about to be by the Swiss. Later, French and Italy ready to be invaded by France. That's kind of true. You know what that reminds me of? That's closer to like Crusader Kings. It feels like one of the Crusader Kings timelines, because one of the Crusader Kings timelines goes for that. If you're playing as like one of the France or England or one of those, or one of the factions that can become France or England and all that, it's still your own design depending on what you do, because that's just how Crusader Kings are. Plus, you never know when someone just might throw a random dagger your way, or all of a sudden you find out that the woman you married from across the country is also your sister. It's like, welcome to Crusader Kings. But anyways, that's not what this is. But and it's like, but that's the kind of, and back to scheduling, like things like that. Action adventure. I don't know if I can justify yet giving it its own genre, because technically even shooters are action adventures. So Halo, Quake, those are action adventures. They may be first-person shooters, but you are in an action game, and you are still adventuring through the level, exploring, fighting enemies, finding out where your objective is. So technically, because action adventures are somewhat of a loose statement these days, with everything and the way games are now and how advanced they've become and stories and stuff, always kind of was. That one's probably not going to have its own genre. Instead, between that, it'd be like hack and slash versus a first-person shooter. Or shooters in general. I actually don't know if I'm going to even do FPS versus third person, because then it kind of makes it not fair to things like Helldivers. That when I do Halo, Helldivers wouldn't be allowed, right? So I'm like, nah, that seems kind of strange. So, shooter in general. So that covers third person and first person. Hack and slash is anything that's about melee, fighting, blah blah. Dynasty. The loosest or more, okay, the most tangible term I can give you as someone who grew up on these games, Dynasty Warriors. But that's the easiest term of it. There are plenty of other hack and slash games, like Castlevania is a side-scrolling hack and slash, but it's also tactical. So there's a lot of others that roll in that example, but the loosest and more like tightest example I give you of what I mean by hack and slash, like by the most literal terms, we're doing this to try to make it fair for a lot of games. So also another example, because when Halloween gets here, I have 2 major games planned that I want to do. Maybe I'll get lucky and a certain development company will all of a sudden surprise us with something before Halloween. I doubt it. I don't want to spoil who I'm hoping it is. We are still going to do this either way, because I didn't finish a certain modded playthrough of a certain game. We're going to do that during Halloween. Plus, there's a few, and I actually do mean a few, Xeno-like things that we have left behind that we didn't really finish, that need some attention. And then, as always, once the console's back up and running, which it will be, especially by then, there's always going to be that ghost in the night who hides his face in the shadows. Who also stalks James in our new survival game. He just can't get away. Also, Manor Lords is rumored to be coming to Game Pass. If it comes to Game Pass, we playing it. Okay, see, now that's a guarantee. See, anything that comes to Game Pass, especially when I'm not able to kind of throw too much budget that way right now, I'm kind of heavily depending on Game Pass at the moment. Just to keep things fair, so that way when I know, if right now it's still for certain, it just got pushed back a little bit, when the console's up and running, we're going to divert a lot of those funds we've been doing PC-wise towards the console to bring it back up. So, but yeah, if Manor Lords comes to Game Pass, I'm most definitely playing it. Well, especially when we do, that would be a city builder, right? That's somewhat of a strategy game as well, but I think I also have to throw that one in city builder. Get to build our own manor and our own place, our own settlement, our own people. Do the things that you don't get to see on the people level that happens in Crusader Kings. Yeah, it's a little bit of both. Yeah, that's why I was like, that one's another one of those hybrids. But much like with Total War, I'm making that mostly. Total War's mostly a real-time strategy, so I'm leaving it there. This one I'm gonna say is technically, it's not a huge margin compared to Total War, but I'd say 60-40. 60% city builder, 40% Total War, but it's still a Total War game. So we'll say, Total War type game. So I'll say city builder is where it primarily will sit, but much like Total War, if there's an opening for it during real-time strategy themes, I'll add it in there. That way it gets much like Total War, it can have a little bit of way to flop it here and there. Some games will be able to do that, some won't. But I would love that. Game Pass, like I said, big save. I can't recommend it enough sometimes. I do like it, at least as far as the services are better. I mean, PlayStation's gotten better. Not that I've gotten to play any of it, sadly, lately. PlayStation's gotten better, but I will say overall, still at the moment, the Pass is still pulling a little bit better weight. Just because it's giving me it's still saving my butt, where the other one's not sometimes. And that kind of means more to me, especially as a YouTuber. If it was just me alone, I probably wouldn't care as much, and it wouldn't be as much of a difference. It would still make a difference because I'd get to play Crusader Kings and all these other cool games I don't get to play because they're how expensive they can be. But, especially when I have to get all the DLCs. Paradox games are great, but they have a problem with when there's so many DLCs and you're behind the times. It's so expensive to catch up. So expensive. You have to wait for massive sales, and even that. So, but they're great games, though. But yeah, but it's for, but as a YouTuber, because I need to be able to somewhat keep some of those contents moving, especially now that we've got a stabilized way of doing things on the channel finally. It means a lot more to me that I can have these games like Medieval Dynasty, Crusader Kings, other things to kind of push in those little gaps and go, but I do have something. So, like, that's kind of how we got Save Simulator-wise. That's how I was able to play Train Sim and a couple others. There's also another, I don't know whether to call it a survival. You don't have to eat or anything or drink or anything, so I can't really say it's a survival. I'm going to pass it off as a simulator, so next time when we do simulators, I'm going to bring it back. It actually was during the Steam Next Fest. I played it as one of the demos, aka Retired Mech Warrior Farm. If you get what I'm referencing, that's actually on Pass now too. So I'm actually gonna play that coming up the next time we do simulators again. Start up our old Retired Mech Warrior Farm. But then in this case, today we're gonna do a medieval farm / Dynasty / startup who we are and try not to die by a boar in the first 10 minutes. Don't worry about what that's referencing and when I was testing this game and getting back into it again and relearning the basics. This is a fun game. They're supposed to be adding it to co-op this year. Yeah. It is supposed to be adding co-op this year. I hope it happens soon. Saw it in the Discord and I ain't ready to fight that. Like, imagine hybrid Grail Knights with tankiness of Chaos Knights. Also, he used with who's out saying can see a French, I cannot, I'm gonna butcher the name. I know what you mean though. Gender Bull charged their way through the Italian Knights to murder you. Oh, well. That happens. A lot. Also, that sounds like something that happens in Crusader Kings. You just don't see the physical part. Like, you don't actually see it happen, but the text are saying that it happened. You're like, what happened now? Wait, what do you mean my court jester is secretly an assassin, huh? Huh? But Manor Lords, does sound like it's gonna have a bit of that as well. There's a lot of stuff in a lot of these newer games I'm really proud of that are starting to happen. None of them are AAA. Well, okay, I'm being a little harsh. Some of them are. And that's not an insult, by the way, the things that are not AAA. That just means that AAA doesn't really mean anything anymore. And that being AA is better because you've got more quality games. But anyways, let's see. I got rich in this by crafting hundreds of basic knives. That's a good point. Wait, you mean like stone knives? Like the really basic knife? Like the one you can handcraft? Tim King, are you a roaming salesman of the medieval dynasty? Here, buy my stone knife. It'll cut the heart out of a bear. It's like the best salesman you'll ever meet back in the medieval days. I'm talking about the 15th century Bannerlord mod. Oh, that's even worse, but also great. Worst by is, oh, that can happen to me in a Bannerlord game? Fantastic. Oh, I miss Bannerlord. When we do hack and slash again, oh, we're definitely going to boost some more Bannerlord. Even though we're going to do vanilla, I think, for a little bit. It's updated again, which drives me nuts. I hope that the what's it called's updated. The dismemberment mod. If not, we're going to have to play without it. It does make me happy, though, because Bannerlord just keeps getting better and better and better and better. But anyways, let's start up our new kingdom. I already did start one up just to kind of get used to controls again and try not to die. And to get everything situated on my controls. So we should be good now, hopefully. Hopefully. Still dies by a boar in the first 10 minutes. Anyways, start game. We'll have to see if it lags it, if I need to turn it down to 720. I got it to work perfectly. About close to 60 frames per second when I'm not streaming. We're about to see when I'm streaming what it does.
Being the eldest son, it's tough. But at least we had a living, and our plates were never empty.
Yes. I'm scared.
Then, the war came.
Then, war came. It never changes.
Everything overnight. The last thing I remember is Father pushing me away, yelling for me to run.
Run!
To live.
Run, son! You're a useless fighter! Run!
I remember a story my mother once told me. A story about
No, your prowess is only a 6. Run!
in a peaceful valley far away from the war. For weeks I held on to that thought, until the valley from my mother's stories. I could see it. This is where I can start a new life.
Oh man. Alright, right, so you said, I recommend a mod called Banner Kings, which brought several Crusader Kings feature. Oh, shoot, okay. I'll have to check that out. That seems scary, though. Like, playing Crusader Kings more now, and now that I'm finally somewhat grasping that game, that is some scary stuff to hear that in Bannerlord. I'm like, oh, ooh, okay. Not too bad. Not too shooby shabby shab. We'll see. Well, y'all let me know how it feels to you. I think this is doable, to be fair. We'll see when it really starts to chugging if I need to drop it down. The simplest answer is 720. We just go down to 720 and we deal with 720. Because I don't want to mess with too many settings, because I know this works without OBS. It's gonna be the same issue no matter what I do for a while, until I can get past the PS5 hurdle and start saving money for this thing. Because I have to give it my only two options, and I'll have to see what they say to me. Like, with my current rig, is it possible to add some video RAM? Because if I can add some video RAM, then we can get by until the end of the year by at least not being able to have to deal with the frame drop. Like, we can permanently run any game at least 1080 perfectly at high to maybe ultra graphics, but it has to be in 1080. It can't be above 1080p. If we can get at least that, then I can at least hold it off till the end of the year, and then we'll make our massive upgrade where I actually make the GPU able to do like 4K and shit. But we'll have to see though. Let's see how it works. Let's go talk to Gois. I forget how to say his name. The guy who's best friends with my uncle, who is Unagust. Unagust? Not really sure how to pronounce that one. Either way, it's up almost. Those eyes. I didn't think I'd see them again. One blue as the sky, and the other as black as a lump of coal. Are you alright? You look like you've seen a ghost. That's funny, my grandmother used to describe them exactly the same way. So you're not a ghost. Good. For a second there, I thought I lost it. Haha. But your eyes, you look just like him. Sorry, you must have mistaken me for someone else. I'm new in these parts. I just arrived at the valley. Actually, my name is Rakamir. I'm Wanda's son. I'm the son of the Scarlet Witch? No, I'm just kidding. Wanda's son, aren't you? Lorden's nephew. What? Did you know my mother? Not really. I knew of her. We did never actually meet. He wanted to keep his family separate. I don't think I understand. You will. Wait. What do you mean by did? I know her. Is she well? I hope she is now. Wherever that might be, I've lost my parents in the war. Damn it, this world. I guess it can be as cruel as it is beautiful. I'm sorry, my boy. Nobody should lose their loved ones at such a young age. It's okay. They've died so I could live, and I plan to make the best of this life, so that I can in order to honor their sacrifice. That's very mature of you. I'm sure they would be very proud of hearing that. You mentioned my Uncle Lorden. I actually came here looking for him. Oh, Rakamir, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Your Uncle Lorden is no longer with us. He passed away 3 years ago. I am so sorry. I understand how you must feel. He was a dear friend of mine. So that's it. I'm the only one left. Don't say it like that. Hey, look at me. This valley is filled with warm-hearted people who can gladly aid you with whatever you need, and I am one of them. So what do I do now? You are free to go everywhere you like and start a new life. I hereby grant... I also love that I don't feel like you could just do this in this... I guess in this universe, in this free land, wherever this place is, this is the thing, but I'm like... It's like, if real life was anything like I remember, pretty sure I'd have to be of some sort of blood. I couldn't just be like, you're a Castilian now, go build your own city. No one will tell you what to do, ever. I see. I thought about Valandia. We might try that as well at some point next time we do Survivor, which just does have an extra week. I don't want to overdo my hard drive. I actually am kind of pushing it. We've got quite a few games. I'm going to have to cut back on some things that we already have. I may have to delete, like, certain big games that I've been holding on to and just come back to them and have to redo everything the hard way. One of those may have to be Resident Evil 4, which means I'd have to remod it, which is a pain in my ass. But that's why I'm thinking, if I could hold off and just play what games we have, is why we might not do Valandia right now. We might have to wait till we can delete one of the other survival games for it. We're going to have to start, like, trading in and out. I have a big hard drive. I got an SSD for that reason, but I'm also, like, normally this computer is only doing half the job streaming-wise. Some genres are usually more akin to my console, and I can keep them kind of separated and have not even half the stuff installed on this thing. So it usually works. Not right now. But, you know, but that's fine, though. Let's see. I played Valandia with that mod, and my, I'm thinking of a different game. You're talking about Valandia and Bannerlord. That mod, and my son was assassinated! Darfheart managed to push his claims into my castle. Partied with the nobility and later earned title of Duke! Aha! Yes! That's cool that that's a thing in Bannerlord, but also, that is scary as hell. Because that actually gives you options in Bannerlord you normally wouldn't have. Which allows you to kind of do the things I've always kind of dreamed of doing with certain characters in Bannerlord. But that would be hard to learn how to do that in Bannerlord. Like, I know how to do that in Crusader Kings now. And I'm starting to understand the sly ways of doing different things and using certain things to your advantage. But I'm actually not sure what the principles and... Like, I know some of the basics that are probably the same. Just menu-wise. From Bannerlord to that, probably mod-wise. But that's interesting to know. That's fantastic. Also, I was thinking about, not Valandia. What is that game called? Valhalla? No. That Norse Viking survival game. That you fight mythical god things. It's like a very... Now I would say Minecraft. That's a terrible way to explain it. Voxel more like, kind of, like edgy type, I forget what you call it. Certain term. Kind of game. I forget what it's called. But, that's what my brain went through when I first heard Valandia for some reason. I said, construct yourself a house and see what comes next for you. You can even build a whole village if you please. Yeah, just like that. No one's gonna get in my way, huh? There are many travelers passing through. Maybe some of them would like to join your settlement. I do like that's what this game focuses more on, though. Like, it's more about just the calmness of you're just trying to build your own settlement. Most of the danger comes from just not pissing people off. And also animals. And raiders. There is technically, I think, raiders in this game. The guys who will kill. I don't know. At least that's what I heard. I don't know if that's true. I know animals can easily kill you because I found that out the hard way. And turns out the starting spear is not enough to kill a boar easily. Without being gored to death and your dynasty ends where it started. Next to a campfire. Alright. You are free to go wherever you are. Yeah, say. You can even build a whole village if you please. There are many travelers passing through. Just like that. Well, you'd have to pay taxes to the king annually. See, sir? See? There's always a catch. Huh? But apart from that, you are free to do as you please. As long as you don't break the law, of course. Or if you at least don't get caught. Okay? That sounds amazing. The valley looks as beautiful as well. I think I'll stay here and see what fate has in store for me. I'm glad to hear that. You can find all the resources all over the land. Grab a few rocks and sticks from the ground and craft yourself a simple axe. With it, you can cut down trees and chop them into logs. Then you can create a wooden hammer that will be crucial in the building process. I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. Listen to me. When you build yourself a home, come back to Gustavia and talk to my wife. Doddenbringa. I don't know how to say her name. Doddenbringa? Close as I'm gonna get, probably, without hearing pronunciation. She manages the tavern. Ask her to feed you. You must be famished. And then grab some beers for the both of us and come back. I'll tell you some stories about Lorden. Sounds like a plan. Alright. Collecting resources. Alright, we're gonna go to the same place I went to. Because there is one little, like, really good spot that I found that you're really just better off going over here if you're just starting this game. And I want this to kind of be an easy, more just fun, chill experience. So it's right here. This whole path along this road in between the villages, between Gustavia, Danica, and we're near the bridge that connects over to Boro and Berenica. But one of the Berenicas. And then to Tutki, Rolnica, yeah. So we're the only people who will really be out of our range will be Rolnica. They'll be kind of far as Lesnica, or however you say that one. The ones really far down. Like, I could go really down here and live near the mountains if we wanted. But we're going to go easy path on this game for this one. So, which is to start up here near all these. By the way, look out for boxes and barrels along roads and riverbanks. You can find, yeah, I learned that the good way. That's actually why I'm starting here. There's a camp up here somewhere. I forget exactly where, but it's around this area. There's a free iron axe up here. Like, you get a starting iron axe without having to craft it or have the iron. It's a good way to get early trees quickly if you want to take down higher level trees fast. You don't really need it, but it's good to save it and won't have to waste resources later. Plus, there's a whole bunch of other stuff at this camp. And there's some stuff in this water, along with plenty of straw, which took me forever to remember in this game. To get straw, you gotta harvest reeds along the riverbanks. So. So that is our plan. We're not going to accept any side missions right now. We're just going to do what the main quest says. It makes you actually do quite a lot. So you really don't want to get too distracted. Who's this guy? Is this a traveling merchant man? What's up, sir? Wagoner.
How are you?
Oh, you're the one that rides me to... Ah, you're the fast travel guy, I remember. Have you heard anything interesting recently? I heard someone has a quest for you there. Lesnica. Okay. Cool. That's a good way to find out quests. Like, that down there looks like a lootable thing. Let's start getting sticks, though. We're gonna need sticks and rocks. Sticks and rocks. Sticks and rocks. The basic survival needs. Sticks and rocks. Sticks and rocks. Discovered animal spot. Duck. A moral mushroom. Tree cutting. Yeah. Even though I don't have an axe yet. I'll chop it with my hands. I'm that powerful. Coins! I definitely want all of that. Is that all that's in here? Oh, well, free coins. We can now buy that, buy those beers the chief wants later. Harvest the sticks. I'm going ahead and getting a bunch now because we're gonna gather as we go. Okay. We have all the big clumps of sticks we can see. We want to have at least around 45 safely most of the time. get rid of some of these little wildlife areas. Whoa, a little bit of lag on that, but that's okay. Alright, we're at 46, good enough. Now, the next thing I need to be looking for is stones. Ants. Because we want to go pretty decent into the wilderness for the beginning of our settlement and then slowly form the forest and wilderness around us. Because if we don't do that early, and as I learned also the hard way in a different setup, you will starve. Because it will be a lot harder to get food beyond fishing. Like, you're going to have to learn how to be really good with your spear and kill boars. Like, we're finding foxes, or use your traps. Like what we're seeing here, which is why I like this spot over here. Rabbits and foxes and badgers. Oh my. Enough to... And this will level us up being out here a lot more, because we'll get a lot more resources and gathering going. Our survival skill will grow. Which, let's go ahead and do that. Oops, let's go ahead and do that now. We're going to want survival knowledge to make it go faster. Yep, and much like last time, let me check my map. There is a little thing right here. Woo! Hello there. Well, at least that's some free food to hold us out for a little bit. It will be a trek to get back to Gostiva, or whatever the town we started in is called, but yeah, found animal spot, badger, many things. It's a great place to set up. There's also moose, I thought that was a boar. There is boar up there. But I don't know if the moose will be here this time, hopefully. And white-tailed eagle, yeah, it's probably about the same. So I started building down here. This clearing down here is what I want right here. So I need to stand where I want to mark my beginnings. Which is right here. This is where my first house is going to be. It's going to be right here. Okay. You want to make rabbit and bird traps ASAP. Yep. Agreed. I've got enough food to get the main quest done, but I do agree with that, though. This wilderness is not as good as last time, I think. I think some of it random seeds a little bit, or at least it feels like it. Because I swear I had more trees around me last time, like, up that way. But either way, alright, so, first things first, let's get our axe. Which, I'm going to put the axe in the same hand, which is there. There we go. Stone axe. I should turn my fan on. I may have to in a little bit take a break and turn it on. Okay. So we need to cut trees and gather straw. So. Rabbits are over there. Let's start cutting trees down. We want to cut trees down that are kind of far away from our area. Oh, there's the moose. So let's go get at least one or two from in here. And we don't want them to be right next to each other. There's that camp. Alright, let's get... There's a lot of extra trees around this one. So let's go for this. 'Cause These logs are very heavy, so I'm gonna have to carry them back and then come back. I think after the second one. Also, I need to make a shovel. Hold on. Let me see if I can do that now. So shovel I want in number 8. Can we go ahead and make shovel? Because the shovels dig up the stumps. We're gonna replant a lot of these trees later anyways. So we want this also give us an extra log. There we go. You can tell I played a little bit of this. Alright, let's go a little bit further in again. Try to conserve on our wilderness. Some of these trees. Let's get a spruce, they're lighter. Whoa, no. Is that what I think that is? I don't think that was a deer. I'm not taking no chances. We're gonna go over this way instead. We'll just have to get this birch down here, I see. Hey, Mom! I wonder where she is. Hold on. I need to go check something, chat. I'll be right back. Oh, hold on. Not in front of him, I'm not. Hopefully pausing it pauses it. I gotta go check on something. Come on. Run down here. Run down here. Back towards my marker. We'll get another tree in a minute. I'll just drop off. But I gotta go check something. And take out that one birch right there. I'll be right back, chat. Let me pause it and hope that pauses it. I think it does. Okay. Be right back, chat. Crafting spears and throwing them is good for rabbits until you get a bow. Good idea, alright. That's true. We can throw the spear at the rabbit. Alright, let me put my stuff up real quick, chat. I'll be right back. I love you. I love you. I'm almost back, Jet. Almost back. Alright, here we go. I am back. Back to the back of the back. Alright. Good. Oh yeah, we were gonna drop those off. Maybe put them right here where they won't roll away. Thought I grabbed 3, but okay. Yeah, see, that's why there's real physics in this game. So that way, this is kind of where I stack up my logs for later. We need to get some water. Go ahead and make sure our thirst is taken care of. Since in this game, unlike Grounded, you won't die from drinking out of certain things, which is weird. Technically, I feel like that would be more of a thing in this game than it would be in the backyard of some random house. I feel like it'd be more dangerous to drink out of that pond. To sleep, you will need, to build either a house or a campfire. I am aware, game. I'm aware. We will be temporarily building the fire here, which we should look into looking at right now, actually. Is it... or right here, right? Yeah. Campfire. Simple campfire. Place. We're not gonna light it right now, though. That way, that's already taken the sticks out of our inventory for it. We just have to relight it and then move it later. Alright, let's go take out a random birch tree. These two look too low when they do that. Hello, rabbit. We'll be coming back for you later. This one next to the camp will be fine. So, well, those rocks are sticks and rocks. Wow, there's a lot of moose. Is that moose or a boar? Okay, it's a boar. Two logs. We can get 3 if we dig up the stone. Three logs. Okay. Let's chop down. I mean, eventually all of this will encompass our village later on. Nah, it's got too much in it going on. Let's do... It's a spruce. Yeah, this spruce. We'll raid that camp once we get a storage thing built. Oh, hi, okay. Yeah, that's a lot of logs. This is gonna over encumber me. Yeah, these spruces are huge. We'll have to come back for the others. Berries are a great food source early on too. That's very true. Let's put the big boy trees a lot closer to where I'm gonna build, which is over here. I'm gonna be putting my house like right here. So we're gonna put the big boy logs over here. We're probably gonna have to sleep soon. I gotta go find where I dropped the rest of those logs. I really do need to just run in one direction sometimes. Shoot, where's that stump? I should be able to see a stump. There should be a stump somewhere. Well, it's getting nighttime. Let's get back. Darn it. Oh, is that it? There it is. Perfect. Okay. Light fire. Alright, we need to technically sleep. So let's eat one of our apples. Just to kind of... an apple and a broadleaf plantain. Just get some water in there. 2 of our meats. This is just because we're going to lose a lot of food. We're going to cheat in the morning, though. We can't dry the food yet, but we can definitely cook it when the time comes. Okay. So let's sleep. That way it's not nighttime when we're doing this. A good tip is to put all spoiled food in a pile outside and save them until you can craft fertilizer. That's true. Good point. Yeah, because then we can use it to, oh. Well, I don't really need it yet. I don't want to waste killing animals until we start to get a little low on dried meat. So next thing, wood hammer. We need to cut more trees. So might as well go get some trees from this direction than over here. Let's cut down that one. Ooh, that was a good amount of logs. That was like 4 logs right there. We're gonna have enough, at least enough logs to get it done this time. Straw's never enough. We're gonna have to get more than 32. I don't know why it says 30. 32 is not enough to build a house and what it expects you to do for this tutorial. It's a bullcrap lie. for the pile. To help build the house. Okay, so we gotta cut down one more tree. What's up, rabbit? Damn, we have a good amount of rabbits. The wilderness is kicking up quite hard. Good. Hey, what's up, moose? Let's go this way then. Also, we should be gathering more sticks. This isn't gonna be enough for the house either. We have 70. Say about around 100, just to be safe. So we'll gather as we go. I don't want to do that. Those are baby trees. Baby trees. The baby trees. We need to save the baby trees. So they can grow to be better trees and then cut them down later. It's terrible. Well, that's a bunch of sticks. I'm also gonna go ahead and loot what's up here soon. The only reason why I'm trying to wait to loot what's in this place is once we get our house, we get a free storage bin to put it all in. There we go, we're about 97. Let's cut down this one random tree right here. It's gonna be quite a journey to get it back down there, but that's done. We're gonna have to roll this down the hill, I bet. This game gets pretty deep. You can get married and have a son succeed you, hire villagers to farm and make stuff. Yeah, this game gets crazy. It's kind of why I like it, because it reminds me of a city builder version of what Bannerlord can kind of do to you. Except for without the succeeding part. Unless you do that mod that Farseer was talking about. Yeah, I know about the berries. That's also why I live here. There's some berry bushes nearby. But we're not worried about the berries yet. That's why I went ahead and somewhat pre-played this part to test things. I don't want to sit around doing too much of me figuring things out and getting lost. This part takes quite a long time. And this will get us caught up to where we were last time we played this game, but this time I actually have some progress to go from. Hello, rabbits. How you doing? Slow walking down the hill with this load of logs. Alright, final load of logs to drop off 3. Alright, I'm still overloaded somewhat because we're carrying a lot of sticks and rocks. Let's go get the straw and get some water. We also need to eat soon. Oh yeah, loot these barrels. We'll get the straw from right here. There's plenty right here. Water is a pretty easy thing to deal with. Let's eat one of our oat rolls that we have. These things are like 100. Yeah, instantly. Oh, because I'll be living off rabbit soon, so might as well use it to our advantage to get through the tutorial. Flaxseed, take it. Flour, might as well take it. Okay. The meta for harvesting reeds. Just kind of put yourself in the center of a bunch of them and just hold A. The quickest way to harvest a bunch of them. We'll see if that's enough. I don't think it will be, but we'll see. Okay, let me bring these other logs down here to the other pile so they're all in one spot. I bet there's some cool mods for this in PC. There probably is. I haven't looked. I don't know. I haven't looked to see what mods for Medieval Dynasty there might be. There probably should be if there's not. I feel like this would be a cool game to have mods for. They could do all kinds of different eras or maybe start in different types of starts. Different kinds of stuff. Okay. There's our pile of logs ready for us to build our house. Okay. Hammer is next. Hammer I want... because it's the second main use thing besides the axe and the weapon. I want the hammer on 5. So hammer is going to be 5. I need one of our logs. Okay. So let's pick up the small pile. Oops, wrong button. Wooden hammer. How he made that out of a log, I'm not sure, out of the hand, without tools, but okay. Building menu can be accessed through the creation menu. Select the building that you wish to construct and find a proper place for it. Yep. So now we gotta build our house. We gotta build our house. House, we want house 1. We want it to be here, kind of in between these trees. Because we're going to eventually dig a road down to the main road. We're not going to actually put it beside the road. You cut down on your spacing when you do that. So we're going to have several different directions going off of the town. I'm going to live kind of near the entrance, though. Seems more convenient for the mayor to be kind of near the entrance anyways. So we can keep an eye on things. Anyways, place out there. Now... well, can't quite get over there. That's inconvenient. I might want to move it over here for convenience. Hold on. Let's drop half and we'll take half with us. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. So drop 2. That way we can at least somewhat move. Alright, let's begin this construction on our home. Let's see, there ain't any good mods for this game. I just checked. It's all reshades and graphic mods. I mean, that's good too, I guess, in its own way, but that is kind of a bummer, though. Oh, wow. That requires 6 logs. We're gonna need more logs. This is why the game doesn't make you get enough resources to build this house. This house is an ordeal. You're building your first house is a step and a half. You know, look at that. We've got 6, so this will at least get most of the walls with logs in them. Won't be able to get the roof though, I bet. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of all the logs. Well, that will require 2. I take that back. I wasn't able to get all of them. Unlock the well, which we will need to do. Well. Really? No Star Wars Ewok Village mod? That would be amazing! Someone do this. Let me be a tiny Ewok having to build the Ewok Village. Why do I want this? Who knows? But just do it. Just do it! Gotta embrace the Shire moment for this. Gotta use Shire LaBeouf logic. Okay. Oh. One of those. Really fast, run around, get some sticks. Build them back up again. Yeah, let's go get us another log. We'll kind of focus not too far away from us. We don't want to. It's gonna get monotonous to have to carry too many logs back and forth. So. Alright, we're back to 70. Let's cut down this one. So I gave us 4 logs if I dig it up, which I'm gonna. Which is quite a bit in its own. Alright, let's go back. By the way, there's a mod for Bannerlord that allows you to raise a family, have your own farm, and have a peaceful life, really? See, that seems odd, but you know what, that is kind of cool. Because that is something you cannot do in Bannerlords. You would think you could, but you really actually can't. I can edit you. Oh. Oh, I can't do planks. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. So we can do more advanced ones, but we have, yeah, we can only do this one. Thatch is all we got right now. Gonna need a couple more trees. We're gonna go see how many we need. So we need 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 4. We need 4 logs. 4 logos. Still logos. Apparently I forgot to dig up this stump over here, apparently. Well, there's 1 log. I feel like this is a good way to make a clearing in between here. Let's do this. Create a path in between these 2 spots at some point. I should make 4? Yeah, just enough. Wait, hold on. We might as well take the extra one though, right? It's gonna drive me mad that this is So this is here. We can just put the log outside and turn it into firewood if we need to. Okay. Cause that's gonna drive me mad. And when we get done building the house, we'll come up here and loot everything. And our guys' fitness will slowly level up as we do more and more of these types of things. No point in putting the logs down. Whatever's left is whatever's left. Alright, now the inside. Don't I need logs for this? Oh, just one. Oh no, two. So we were actually short one. Shoot. Damn, so we're gonna have extra. So let's just chop one of the closer trees down then. You. Nice. Dynasty reputation plus 10. Chapters. Chapters are a series of missions that appear at the beginning of the game and introduce you to the game's mechanics. It also assists you in the initial stages of your new settlement's construction. Completing the chapters allows you to unlock the next development stage, which determines the maximum limit of buildings you can construct. We finally have a decorate. Oh. Jesus, really? I love this game, but damn. Now we can get rid of the thing outside. Now we don't need this campfire. We needed it only for one night, which is about what I needed it for last time. Because now my house, let me make sure I don't accidentally blow it up. My house is marked as our marker on the map. I don't no longer need our custom waypoint anymore. Now we can always see where our home is. As long as we have everything set to, you know, all buildings. But yeah, now we can see where our house is and where our villages are. I don't know if it shows all the buildings when you start putting them down. I assume, because I see hunting building, farming building. So when we start making our village, we'll see a bunch of icons scattered throughout this little passage. So we'll know always where our village is now. Technology. Oh yeah, the well. I forget how to do that. You didn't there like things I gotta do? Sitting stump. Kitchen. And now we gotta go do Unigoth's story, chapter 1, 2, survivalist. There are side quests we can do now. We haven't leveled up. We got the 3 logs still, okay. Let's put those out here, right next to the house. I don't have a wait, hold on, is there a log storage? Oh, I want it. No, I'm gonna have to have technology for that. That's a bummer. That's good for storage, but can we put logs in there? Can I put logs in this there? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's put all of our... I don't think none of this spoils. The food can, but what else here? How do you... Does it have a timer? I think it's at 100%, right? Condition. Can't remember how you tell when it can be spoiled or not. I'm not gonna put food in there. Let's put the seeds in there, the flour in there, my morel mushrooms for right now, this wine in there for now. Rye bread I'm gonna keep on me. Yeah, a lot of that stuff I might as well keep on me for now. So the logs will go in there. That's nice. Okay. Hi, Badger. Oh, we need to make a spear, and let's go get some drink of water. By the way, if they ever have multiplayer to Manor Lords, don't be an a-hole who builds death trap cities if they ever add sieges to game. That's my job. No, Farseer. That's both of our jobs. We will both torture people with most trap-like, insidious cities. I forget the name of that game. It was made that literally was about making traps. I forgot what it was called. But my city will be as toxic as that game. Can't remember the name of that game, but that game, you know that game. You know the one, right, chat? Alright, let's save it. Alright, let's save it, oh yeah. Alright. We're gonna name this after the series name. Guardians Dynasty. Can I not have no space in between that? Dang it. So no, we can't do that. So we'll just call it Guardian Dynasty. Because it'll look better not spaced apart. Huh? Okay. Guardian. Might be too big. Dynasty. Dyna. Guardian Dyna. It's a Dyna! We made a Dyna! It's not a Dyna. Although we could make a Dyna. Could make an N. We're keeping Guardian Dyna. That's our save name. Dungeon something. Yeah, it's called Dungeon something. Champ King's right. I can't remember exactly, but... Alright, let's go get some free food from the village. See what our next mission is. We'll hunt wild animals and all that soon. I want to go get the Unigoth stuff out of the way. Because eventually we're going to have to... It's a little soon, I think, but eventually we're going to have to find a lady friend and move her into this barely village. And force her to live in the wilderness. And become the Red Queen of the Wild. Oh, man. Where we will rule over all of the wildlife and sick bears on people. It's like, this is extremely elaborate, sir. I was like, well, if you're not gonna try. Discover a fishing spot. Yeah, I know. Don't have a fishing rod, though. Don't know if you can use the spear to do it. I haven't seen to see if I actually see the fish physically. But yes. What's good about our place too is why I want it near the road, like most of these villages are, is since we'll have a path leading to the road, and that's why my house is kind of close to it. We'll always know how to get there as long as we just follow the road. Just like any real life kind of old back then. Not everyone had maps, they had to just follow these roads and hope for the best! I don't want to eat anything because I think we're about to get some free food. Don't want to waste my yeast roll or whatever it is. Gustavia. The campfires in town is where you will find people to recruit and woo. Yeah, that I remember. We barely made it to... I think we actually did manage to somehow woo someone our last time we played this. Don't ask me how, considering we have nothing. But, you know, hey, I mean, you know, we are a pretty nice person and pretty amazing. But other than that... you're a Dundriga, right? Nice to meet you. I'm Rakamir. That's right. Nice to meet you, Rakamir. What brings you to me? Unigos told me that you can fix me up with some food. I haven't eaten a proper meal in weeks. Well, it depends on what proper means to you. But I can offer you something warm and filling. That sounds more than amazing. There you go. Porridge. Now tell me something about yourself. How do you know my husband? There's nothing to much say, really. I just arrived at the valley looking for my Uncle Lord and didn't expect to be searching so quickly, to be honest. Oh, yes. He was Unigos' friend. I remember how now hearing that he had eyes just like yours. I'm sorry for your loss. That's okay. I don't even remember him, really. Most that I know about him is from my mother's stories. She always looked up to her big brother, loved him furiously, even when he stopped visiting. A lot of people did from what I heard. There was something special about him. Yeah, those tough shoes to fill, huh? The only shoes that you need to worry about filling are your own. Every man is an architect of his own fate, own fortune. Thank you for saying that. It's what I needed to hear. But let's not talk about me anymore. What's your story, even though you're married? I was part of the traveling band of troubadours. I've never managed to learn how to play any instruments, but I was pretty decent with my singing. Our travels brought us to the valley not long after the death of your uncle. I still remember seeing Unigos for the first time. He had so much sadness in his eyes. Lorden wasn't just a friend of his, he was a part of him. The band left a few days later. I stayed. There was something in Unigos' presence that I simply knew my place was by his side. You probably noticed the age difference. No, not really. That's a lie, but... Well, maybe. Maybe that's not a lie. Because back then, because of the way societies kind of ran a little bit differently, that was a lot different back then. So the gaps were a lot less frowned upon. Because trust me, that's not a gap compared to some terrible gaps that went on during the medieval ages. Let's put it that way. What these two have is mild. Especially if Crusader Kings is anything to, imagine. No, just kidding. Nothing of the sorts. It's like, what? Are you implying that I look old? Nothing of the sorts. Nothing of the sorts. Anyway, so it looks like you were anchored here by love. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, you could call it that. Or blindness or stupidity. Poor judgment, maybe. Whatever sounds best to you. Pretend all you like. You fell hard for the grandpa with sad eyes, and you know it. I did. He annoys me sometimes like nobody else. Yet I can't imagine breathing without him now. But don't let me go all soft on you. You surely got some places to go. It was a pleasure talking with you, Dobronesia. Every second of it. Here, I know it's not much, but it will come in handy when starting a new life. Everything costs coin these days. I really appreciate that, but I'm not looking for charity. I'll manage. Oh, come on, don't try to be a hero. Men. Alright, do something for me then. It won't be a handout, just for pay. That I can agree to. What do you need? There's a farmer in the village. She's called Joraniwa. She usually supplies the tavern with rye, but I haven't gotten anything from her in a while. My stock is almost gone, and you don't even want to imagine what would happen to these people when they run out of beer. Consider it done. While we're on speaking of beer, Unigos asked me to grab a couple for us. Of course, here you go. Great, thank you. He promised to tell me some stories about Lorden. Oh, I see. Well, in that case. 4 oat ales! She gave me 2 more! Haha, thank you. Alright, are we able to still talk to him, or is he asleep? He may already be asleep. This is, very late. Or is that him right there? No. Yeah, he's inside. I'll come back. I don't want to take any chances with this game and violate you inside my house, why? We're gonna go back, make our way back home, because it's a long journey. Unless I can sleep next to this fire over here. No. Alright, well, I will be back. I can't remember if you can sleep in the town, but I don't really want to waste money, so this is gonna be a trek, but we'll be back. We should probably equip our torch. Where's my torch? Do I not have a torch? Because when I lit that thing, I do have a torch. What button brings out the torch? What? Huh. How do I bring out torch? Torch is square. Yeah, okay. Found it! Let's see, the campfires in town is where you will find people that already read that. She had me sold with warm and filling. Okay. Exactly. Alright, let's make our way back to the house. I get back and get some rest. Really, to be fair, I should have slept and then went to the village before I did all this, because then we could have did it all in one go. Now we have to run back and run back again. But hey. This is the beauty. Yeah, see, my house popped up on the radar. Yeah. This is the beauty of being on the road. That's probably my tip for this game for anyone just starting off if you don't want to go too advanced. What the hell? Is that just 3 logs? Wow. Oh, a regular stone axe. Okay. Oh, hi. Ooh. Ooh, salted meat. What the hell, man? Just random stuff here. Didn't see this when we came. More meat. We're stocked up on the drink. That was right next door to me. How did I miss that? I'm gonna come for those free logs tomorrow. Put those in the house. It's actually not too bad of a run, to be fair, just following the road. That was actually pretty quick from town to the house. Alright, so let's put you in there. Let's put all my drink stuff in there. There were 6. Oh, that was the 6 oat ales. We'll have to take 2 of those back for, what's his name tomorrow. So let's go ahead and take 2 out. Because I think the other 2 were just extra for me to have. So we'll take 2. Put the meat in there. Put all these feathers I've accumulated in there. Well, this needs to be in a food storage. We don't have that yet, but we'll just have to hold on to that for now then, I guess. So what does it take to make porridges? Rye grain, oat grain and apples. Berries and oat grain, that's just for porridges. Okay. And if you want to cook just regular food, I assume it's here. Roasted meat. Okay. Alright. Let's eat our porridge she gave us. You see, that's not as consuming. And it's good.